Hello everyone, my name is Shane Sexton. I'm a cybersecurity instructor with my CCMP in security and CYSA Plus, Security Plus, some other certifications as well. In this video, we are going to take a look at privilege escalation. So it's all about kind of getting privileges that you aren't supposed to have, especially if you're an attacker that's already compromised an account. So generally speaking, if an attacker compromises one account, that might not be the end goal. They might need to get access to some other resource, and the account that they've compromised might not have the appropriate permissions to do so. So what they'll do is try to get access to a different account. And you can imagine how this could be dangerous if they are actually able to escalate privileges or change privileges, then they could modify data, delete data, just break things, whatever they want to do, depending on how the permissions are defined. So there's two different types of privilege escalation. There is vertical escalation, and this is what we oftentimes think of when we think of privilege escalation. This would be going from like a standard user account to an administrative user account, and that's pretty obviously not great. But there's also horizontal escalation. So you don't just have to go from a standard to an administrative or a root account. You can also go from a standard account to a different standard account that maybe has the permissions that you're actually looking for. So if you want to attack a database, well, maybe you try to take over the account of a database user, right? So horizontal versus vertical, they are targeting different things, administrative versus kind of user accounts, but they can be equally devastating. So as far as prevention of privilege escalation, strong passwords are a huge win, so that the attacker can't just use something like Hashcat to guess the password to try to crack it. Least privilege rules, so that even if an attacker gets access to a given account, they only have the most restrictive set of permissions available. And heuristic analysis is one other tool that you could potentially bring to bear, and that would be looking for anomalous activity, deviations from the norm, and hopefully trying to identify attacks from different data points there. So why is this important for service providers? Kind of makes sense that service providers, especially because they need to have administrative accounts, maybe spread out across many different users. If those accounts were to be compromised, it would be kind of a disaster. It's kind of the keys to the kingdom in a lot of senses. So in order to protect both the reputation and like business viability of service providers, as well as to protect all their customers, we need to make sure that we are trying our best to mitigate and prevent privilege escalation wherever possible. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.